So we'll begin the evening guidance with some chanting. Chanting is a useful and quite powerful medium because it brings our breath for the fullness of our bodies, for our throats, resonance. You feel the vibration in your body. You feel the clear sound, pure sound, which affects the ears, eardrums tingle. You get these resonances, sound, which are quite bright and pure, not strained or forced. And it's an uplifting energy, it's lifting, it's rising. So it's when we chant together, there's a sense of harmony, all the voices merge. So it's something to cultivate and encourage, particularly when you're in a group, because then you really get the benefit of all the sounds merging into one sound, which is bright and organic. This is the length of our breath, and it's lifting, it's rising. And often the chants themselves have some quite exquisite meanings. So this evening I'm going to use the chanting on, if you want to follow it, on page 46 of these books. It's called The Highest Blessings. Can you see? There you go. Okay. Because it's helpful, as I'll discuss or bring to mind, there are blessings in our life, and we need to collect them, recollect them, to brighten and lift the heart. And these are some suggestions of where these blessings can be found. Now let's chant the verses on the highest blessings. Thus have I heard that the Blessed One was staying at Savatthi, residing at the Chithurst grove in Anathapindika's park. Then in the dark of the night a radiant Deva illuminated O Chithurst grove. She bowed down loud before the Blessed One. Then standing to one side she said, Devas are concerned for happiness and ever long for peace. The same is true for humankind. What then are the highest blessings? Avoiding those of foolish ways, associating with the wise, and honouring those worthy of honour. These are the highest blessings. Living in places of suitable kinds, with the fruits of past good deeds, and guided by the rightful way. These are the highest blessings. Accomplished in learning and craftsman's skills, with discipline highly trained. That is true and pleasant to hear. These are the highest blessings, providing for mother and father's support, and cherishing family, and ways of work work that leave no being. These are the highest blessings. Generosity and a righteous life, offering help to relatives and kin, and acting in ways that leave no blame. These are the highest blessings. Steadfast in restraint and shunning evil ways, avoiding intoxicants that dull the mind, and heedfulness in all things that arise. These are the highest blessings. Respectfulness and being of humble ways, contentment and gratitude, and hearing the Dhamma frequently taught. These are the highest blessings. Patience and willingness to accept one's faults, in venerated seekers of the truth, and sharing often the words of Dhamma. These are the highest blessings. Ardent, committed to the holy life, seeing for oneself the noble truths and the realization of Nibbana. These are the highest blessings. Although in contact with the world, unshaken the mind remains, beyond all sorrow, spotless, secure. These are the highest blessings. They who live by following this path know victory wherever they go, and every place for them is safe. These are the highest blessings. In the contemporary world, we tend to not really think much of devas, even kind of fairy stories, children's stories, fairy stories, spooky stories. But actually, this is a long-standing propaganda myth by monotheistic organizations and secular organizations to dismiss something quite beautiful. Buddha, I think Buddha says every time you utter right speech, that utterance of right speech is a deva dancing on your tongue. It's a bright, beautiful, pure energy. Bright, beautiful, pure energy. So when we reflect like this, it's a sense in which we have that capacity. We know that, it does touch us. Sometimes very special, sacred occasions, we feel that sense of the bright and the beautiful and the sacred. And I think certainly in the Buddha's teaching and presentation, something that can seem so otherworldly is actually, in this sutta example, he said, it's about contentment and gratitude. It's about associating with wise people. That's a beautiful, bright energy. Avoiding those of harmful ways, that's a beautiful, bright thing to do. Respectfulness, that's a beautiful thing to do. Helping each other, that's a beautiful thing to do. Just training speech that's wisely and carefully said, that's a beautiful thing to do. It encourages not just to cultivate these things, but also to recognize the beauty that we're capable of, and that all of us today have probably done something beautiful. Just even avoiding intoxicants, harmful speech and associating with wise people. That's beautiful. And when you turn back to that, you think, well, how's that? Can you recollect that? Can you draw your attention back, draw your attention into those occasions when the Deva-like energy touched you, you brightened yourself up, you lifted, you gave, you shared, you cared, you trained, you restrained, you directed yourself in the right way. The upright mind. Because it's through not acknowledging this uprightness that we often amplify and get caught up with energies that are not bright, just by neglecting the bright and the beautiful when it occurs, overlooking it. So recollection, which is an important aspect of mind cultivation, something to do carefully. It's very realistic. It's like you, today, or in your life, and you recollect. How did that feel? Where is it for you? Where is the beautiful and the sacred for you? Even that which in you which seeks truth, that's a beautiful thing. Before we get too embroiled in our mental noise or emotional reverberations, just hitting the bright note of our blessed qualities and letting yourself be lifted and placed by those, giving yourself the opportunity and the benefit of finding a firm foothold on goodness, your goodness, and how it feels. So this is not some sort of ego thing, praising how good I am, but just feeling, even in recognizing it in other people when you see it in others. So there's that, which also happens. It does happen for me. It's like a visitor, and it comes in, and it happens for others. And wherever you see it happening, you think, oh yeah, there's that. Not just we see all the ugliness of the human condition, but to see the beautiful and dwell in it. So bringing the mind into uprightness, the heart into the upright. you can touch into quality, so it's more than a thought, it's an emotion, or a meaning, a perception. And it's just holding your attention over that, lingering in that, and just taking a long breath in and out, staying with that. It's as if your breath itself is absorbing that mood, that perception, that energy. Breathing in, filling, and breathing out, resting, as if you breathing out as if you can just rest all your psychological weight on something beautiful. Something receptive, breathing out. Avoid getting to the idea of following every breath, or trying to keep tally of them. Just allow yourself to breathe out and enjoy. Remember the blessed. Sacred, beautiful. Let your in-breath come in. Something rich, something that's a gift. And breathing itself is a kind of deva, beautiful energy that refreshes us, and if we attend to it, it too becomes bright. If we're cramped or neglectful or forceful or demanding, it goes dark, tight. If we're in a hurry, we're trying to get things right, so you avoid all these and just be contented to be visited by one clean breath, like a miracle. Because the mind, it's generally conditioned to be pretty active. And sometimes it's just too active to stay with the breathing. Breathing isn't enough. So you bring your mind into slowing it down with a steady recollection of simple good qualities you brought forth today, or you noticed in the other people today. Their commitment, their offering, their service, it's around us. It gives something for the mind to chew. It's satisfying. Take it in. And the mind has got something worth dwelling upon. It tends to slow down and deepen. And that's when you're most available to feel the breathing out, breathing in. And we do this to help to clear the tides of fatigue, stress, irritability, anxiety, all the kind of things that weren't so good, aren't so good, and these cobwebs. So using this brightening and breathing to clear the cobwebs so we can feed, nourish the heart and the body. The body becomes more settled, at ease. If the heart's at ease, the body becomes at ease, and vice versa. And as we're sitting for a while, not just a few minutes, but 45 minutes or so, it's important to acknowledge what the body's doing and how breathing can support the body, so the body's not strained or cramped or stiff. Feeling the breathing in your chest as it widens the chest, and the shoulders roll back. The breathing, the in-breath opening the chest. Let the arms be slightly away from the sides of the body so the chest isn't pinned. And feel that sense of opening, widening. And if you get the full extent, including your back, the chest obviously runs around the back, so down your spine. As if every in-breath is slightly lifting, straightening the spine. Open the shoulders to relax, drop back. And breathing, gently massaging this form, which is maximizing the openness of the body, where energy can most fruitfully flourish. The full, unhurried, unpressurized expansion. And the effect of that. This is a deva. Something that seems so ordinary can be quite beautiful and brightening. Feeling it in your body, and your body enjoys it. And the resting, breathing out. Letting it all dissolve and sink, soften. All the way down through your belly to the floor. And the return. Rhythm of it is very unhurried, unpressurized, and restful. You don't have to do anything. And fully open body operates beautifully and is a joy. quality to associate with. Upright mind, upright body. Get to really feel it and notice how experience is. It's not forced, it's not rigid, it's quite natural. There's no pressure to it. It's life enhancing, gentle, peaceful. And from this, all good mind states arise from this crucible, this place. All fortunate states. So we experience energies that are driving or ragged or spinning out or no, this is not, don't associate with that. It's not a matter of fighting, it's just saying, I'm not associating with this, I associate with this which is beautiful. You feel the breathing as an energy force, a life force, not just a airflow or a series of sensations, but this warming, brightening life force, opening your body, soothing it. If you're feeling, discordant moods, you might feel regret, upset, disappointed, worried. Just imagine that breathing's like cool water washing over the feverish or the stressed aspects of one's psyche, cleaning, bathing. It's also is a beautiful thing to have this sense of compassion as not just an idea, but a loving energy that meets the stressed, fractured, fragmented state, and like a nurse or a healer, just soothing it, pouring over it. Just as we would to another person, or someone we cared for. Can we do it to ourselves? if things become calmer for you, just get interested in widening your attention. So, coming to the fullness of the inhalation without forcing it, and chest expanding, sense of what's happening in the throat, in the head, the back of the throat, behind the eyes. Anything there? Can they also open or be touched by that rising energy? And when you feel that flow of breathing out, how deep down does that go? Base of the pelvis, base of the abdomen, even the legs, hands, feet, everything resting. As if you're bathing this body internally. And really there's no boundaries. If your mind becomes more spacious, the breathing goes further. Your attention becomes more settled, spacious, the breathing goes further. The energy goes further, quieter, and you get a deeper effect. as we come to the conclusion of the session. I want to gather everything, so into the center of the body, where it becomes like a resource, and it's upright. So the center of the body is like a axis, like the spine. You can't always feel your spine, but you get a feeling for where it is. From the top of your head all the way down through your body, trunk. Now that's with you, whether you sit or walk or stand, something you can return to when you feel balanced and rightly centered. Drawing your energy back, your attention back to this midline, internal. When this is established, this is the harvest, because when that becomes firmly established, you can open the sense doors without getting the impact. Because your attention isn't just going out, or your attention is rightly centered. And the senses are kind of sights, sounds, are just there, but they're not here. We have something else that's here, our own presence, which stays with you when the sights change, the sounds change, the movements change, thoughts change. Presence doesn't change. So we'll conclude with the sutta once again. Want to just listen or follow along, or listen to the cadences. Let's chant the verses on the highest blessings. Thus have I heard that the Blessed One was staying at Savatthi, residing at the Chithurst Grove in Anathapindika's park. Then in the dark of the night, a radiant Deva illuminated O Chithurst Grove. She bowed down low before the Blessed One, and standing to one side she said, Devas are concerned for happiness and ever long for peace. The same is true of humankind. These are the highest blessings. Avoiding those of foolish ways, associating with the wise, and honoring those worthy of honor. These are the highest blessings. Living in places of suitable kinds, with the fruits of past good deeds, in by the rightful way. These are the highest blessings. Accomplished in learning and craftsman skills, with discipline highly trained, and speech that is true and pleasant to hear. These are the highest blessings. Providing for mother and father's support, and cherishing family, and ways of work that leave no being. These are the highest blessings. Generosity and a righteous life, offering help to relatives and kin, and acting in ways that leave no blame. These are the highest blessings. Restrain and shunning evil ways, avoiding intoxicants that dull the mind, and heedfulness in all things that arise. These are the highest blessings. Respectfulness and being of humble ways, contentment and gratitude, and hearing the Dhamma frequently taught. These are the highest blessings. Patience and willingness to accept one's faults, seeing venerated seekers of the truth, and sharing often the words of Dhamma. These are the highest blessings. Invented to the holy life, seeing for oneself the noble truths, and the realization of Nibbana. These are the highest blessings. Although in contact with the world, unshaken the mind remains, beyond all sorrow, spotless, secure. These are the highest blessings. They who live following this path know victory wherever they go, and every place for them is safe. These are the highest blessings.